Mr. Wood. Can I have a bit of your time?
What now, Pia? You know I'm busy, right? Ugh, kids these days really have no manners.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wood. Please, may I have some of your valuable time?
What is it? Make it snappy.
Thank you. I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be leaving the job at the end of the month.
What? You want to quit? This month?
Yes. A lot of the other student workers suddenly quit, right? So the workload is bigger now, and I'm having to do a lot of hours I'm not scheduled for. I was given shifts during finals week when I said I couldn't work. I just can't continue doing this job any longer.
Right. I get what you're saying to me, Pia. But I can't accept.
Huh? Why is that?
What do you mean, why? It's not that hard to get. You've been working here all this time and you still don't understand. Maybe you're not taking your work seriously enough.
I apologize. Sorry, but I really have no idea what you mean.
We're stretched thin as it is, so we can't function if we lose even more people. What happens if we go bust because of that? There are people with us that have their own lives and families to support. Are you trying to force them onto the streets? How do you plan on making it up to the people whose livelihoods you'd ruin by making us go bankrupt? Everyone will suffer because of your selfishness.
Huh, but make it up to them? How do I do that?
You're too young to do anything to make it up to them. So if that happened, you'd be liable to pay damages to the business.
Pay damages? Like, I'd be in debt to the business?
Of course, it's only fair if you act so selfishly. You wouldn't be able to pay it back unless you worked like a slave for years. You're still 16, right, Pia? Your life's over if you're in debt for $40,000 so young before you even start college.
$40,000? That much?
Well, that's just an example. If you caused the whole restaurant to go bust and made so many people homeless, it wouldn't surprise me if you owed more than that.
Oh, no. I couldn't pay that much.
I bet you couldn't. But Pia, if you insist on quitting, you'd be in debt by an amount you couldn't pay off for years.
That's way too much money for me. Can't we do something about this?
Nope, we can't. So you should stop thinking about quitting and just carry on working. You really don't know a thing about the real world, do you?
I'm so sorry, but I can't get up early these days, and my parents are worrying about me.
Then you need to stop being a baby. And you'd better not discuss this with your parents.
Huh?
I'm sure they'll be disappointed if they find out their daughter is so ignorant and irresponsible. You wouldn't want to cause your parents trouble, would you, Pia?
No, I wouldn't want to cause them trouble.
Then don't say a word to your parents. If you do tell your parents about this, the responsibility to pay damages will be transferred from you to them. All that because of your selfish desire to quit your job.
What? My parents would have to pay? I can't have that. Like I said, I don't want to cause them trouble.
Of course you don't. I know that you're a kind girl who loves her parents dearly, Pia. Then you know what to do, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, what? I need it in writing clearly.
I take back what I said about quitting.
That's right. You do get it. Then I'll see you tomorrow for your shift.
Okay. See you tomorrow, Mr. Wood.
Hey, Pia. Are you home yet?
Hey, Rocco. Sorry, I'm still on my way home. What's up?
Aren't you going back home late these days? Are you out with your friends?
Not exactly.
It's dangerous out at night. Mom and Dad said they're worried because you won't talk when they asked if something was wrong. You need to get more rest. I thought all high school kids cared about was sleep.
I'm sorry, but I'm not out just having fun.
Then what exactly are you doing? Staying out so late so often. You don't want to talk about it? Where are you now? Do you need me to go pick you up?
It's fine. I'm almost home now.
Mom says you're always coming home late, and you seem down. Mom and Dad are so worried about you. I'm worried about my little sister too, Pia. You can talk to me if you want. That's why I texted today.
Thanks for worrying about me. But really, I'm fine.
Are you sure? I heard you crying a little while back.
Huh? How do you know?
When I stayed over in my old bedroom, remember? I was right next door to you. The walls are thin, so I could hear you. The first time I came back this year, I thought I could hear something.
Right. I guess I was pretty noisy. I'm sorry, Rocco.
You don't need to apologize. If it was that bad, I would have just knocked on your door and told you so.
Right.
Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Can you tell me what's going on?
Well,
Is it something you really don't want to tell me? Is something bad happening at school?
no, that's not it. It's not school, but work.
Oh, your part-time job? Pia, you know what I do for work, right? Don't you think I can help you?
Oh, yeah.
You forgot, didn't you? I'm sure I can give you some advice. It's fine, just talk to me.
It's my boss. I tried to quit. So I even texted him about it. But my boss won't let me quit.
Well, what do you know? That's my specialty. Can you tell me more?
Sure. Oh, wait a minute. I'm almost home, so let me get changed and stuff first.
Go ahead. Make sure you get something to eat, too.
Okay. Sorry, Rocco. I'm ready now. Shall we continue?
Yeah, do tell. Take your time and tell me everything.
Got it. My boss has been pretty harsh to the student workers lately. So, quite a lot have quit recently. But of course, we're lacking in people right now because of that. So me and the others who have remained have a pretty big workload now. I was given shifts when I said I can't work for finals. Plus, he makes me stay late.
You work at that Italian restaurant across from the town hall, right? The one that's about a 10-minute walk from home?
Yeah, that's the one.
Mom says you're coming home past 11 lately.
These days, a lot of days have been like that. The restaurant closes at 10:30, but that's when we have to do everything to close down.
Right. Something's not right here. I'm already getting angry based on what I've heard so far.
Are you okay?
Oh, sorry. I'm fine. Keep going, please.
Okay. I said that I wanted to quit at the end of the month, but my boss said the business would go bust if I did. Then he said if the restaurant went under, I'd have to pay $40,000 in damages because so many workers would be out on the street. He also said that if I told my parents, they would be liable to pay the damages instead of me.
You must have been so scared. Thanks for telling me, sis. Do you still have your text history with your boss?
No, I've deleted all the stuff from the past. It just makes me depressed to read it, so I got rid of it.
Even the recent conversation about quitting?
That's still there.
Great. Whatever you do, don't delete it. If you want your boss to pay, you need to keep it.
Okay.
Let's tell him again that you want to quit. You're off school tomorrow, right? I'm off work too. I'll go to you and we can do it together. I'll be watching the conversation next to you, and I can always take over.
Really? You'll speak to him for me?
Yeah. I'm furious at him for treating my little sister this way. I'll help you, Pia. So you don't need to worry. Just get a good night's rest.
All right. Thank you, Rocco. Good morning, Mr. Wood. Please, may I have some of your valuable time?
What is it, Pia? What stupid demand do you have this time?
I want to quit this job at the end of the month.
Huh? Do you have amnesia? Don't you remember we had this conversation already? Are you dumb? I don't care if you want to quit. Can you really pay for the damages? You'll waste so many years of your life. Your parents have such an awful daughter. I feel so sorry for your parents.
Aren't you exaggerating? I'm just saying I want to quit.
You don't get to make the decisions here. I'm the one who gets to decide. The employer who's paying your wages is the one who makes the rules.
Actually, that's wrong. The employer and employee are equals.
What? Equal? Who do you think you are? Don't talk back to me, you brat.
It's true. They are equal. Don't you know? It's pretty basic knowledge.
What the hell? You'd better watch your mouth. How am I equal to some snot-nosed high schooler?
Snot-nosed high schooler or not, it doesn't matter. You are the one who'd better watch your mouth. You're getting carried away.
Huh? You are Pia Gaddy, aren't you? What happened to you? Oh, I am Gaddy, all right. Nice to meet you, Mr. Wood. Huh? What on earth are you talking about? My name's Rocco Gaddy. I'm Pia Gaddy's older brother. I'm borrowing my sister's phone. By the way, I'm a lawyer who specializes in labor and employment law. Oh, you're what now? A lawyer? Yes, you're breaking quite a few laws here. You've left plenty of evidence in the text history, too. That won't be a problem once I delete it. Wow. Well, you can if you like, but I've already screenshotted it all. I also don't think a judge would take too kindly to you attempting to destroy evidence. It's already too late if you wanted to destroy the evidence anyway. What crimes have I committed, exactly? Why don't you stay out of business that's not yours? My sister's business is my business. You can't just play innocent here. About what? I hired Pia because she said she wanted to work at my restaurant. What's the problem here? I've done nothing wrong. First, about you not allowing her to quit. It says in her employment contract that she needs to give 2 weeks' notice. Pia has given you 1 month's notice, which is far more than is needed. I just asked her to wait before quitting because we don't have the numbers at the moment. I've kept her all this time, so she should at least honor that request. It was pretty hard to interpret your conversation with her that way. You even said to Pia that she'd have to pay damages to the business for quitting, didn't you? Demanding such a payment of an employee is a direct violation of Section 16 of the state's Fair Labor and Employment Standards Act. Okay. Did I say such a thing? I don't recall that. Don't worry. It's all saved in screenshots in the text history. And you were saying some things that sounded an awful lot like blackmail, weren't you? That Pia's life would be over if she quit? How can you say that to a girl who's young enough to be your daughter? Actually, you gave her an exact value of money to give you. So that would be more extortion than blackmail. You just added a new charge for yourself. It's technically attempted extortion, though, since Pia hasn't paid yet. You're even making Pia work on post-close duties after you close the store to customers at 10:30. Are you aware of the state law that prohibits minors from working past 10? Not that it matters, because ignorance isn't an excuse when you run such a business. All right, I'm sorry. Really, I had no idea about that law. As for damages that you could be liable for, you're looking at around $800 to $1,700 for blackmail. Making a minor work past 10 gets you 6 months of community service and a $1,300 fine. Well, there are lots of other questionable things you've been doing here, Mr. Wood. But this is taking a while over text. Going to court to settle it would be much easier. Wait a minute. Let's hash this out now. We should both calm down and talk about this. Please, can't you let me off easy? I love Pia more than anything. You hurt my sister and cornered her mentally. I'm livid. I'm going to make sure the judge throws the book at you. No. Listen, I'm so sorry. I heard from Pia. But you have a daughter the same age as her, don't you? Yes, I do. How would you feel if your own daughter were in the same situation as Pia? I'm truly sorry. I don't have any excuses. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Pia. But you'll do it at court. No, anything but that. Like you said, I have a daughter. And a wife, too. Please, I'm begging you. I get that you're having a rough time with your business right now, but it's your fault that all this has happened. Your incompetence caused the situation, so don't blame it on Pia. You need to take responsibility for your own actions. But I'm apologizing to you, aren't I? How can you be so cruel? You're the one who's cruel. Apologizing isn't enough. I feel so sorry for your family. Their father and husband is so ignorant and irresponsible. After that, further investigation of Mr. Wood and his business revealed all sorts of laws he was breaking. He was heavily warned and punished by the law. It was revealed that he was saying some pretty horrible things to the other employees, too. We decided to sue him for emotional distress for a hefty price, since he did hurt Pia deeply. Our parents are saving that money for Pia's college funds. To give Pia something to look forward to, I told her I'd pay for her and one friend to go on a cruise during summer vacation. But on second thought, and after she talked with me about it, I guess that was a little much for a 16-year-old. I reluctantly changed it to a cheaper vacation to a nearby town. But I'm happy as long as my sister is. I honestly don't care about the details of how Pia's awful boss ended up. But it's just a story we can look back on and laugh now. No need to worry about what's in the past. Lana, sorry, I'm late tonight. I'll start driving back soon.
Another late night? Okay, I'll heat up dinner now.
You haven't eaten yet either?
Not yet. I wanted to have dinner with you.
You should have just gone ahead without me. Sorry, you must be pretty hungry.
It's fine. I've eaten here and there throughout the day. I ate a little earlier when I was at the coffee shop.
Right. By the way, didn't you say that your working hours there have been stretched to the evenings?
Yeah. We started serving nights, too. I might start coming home later than you.
Oh, wow. I'll be lonely.
Sorry, but there's not much I can do.
I know this is just my selfishness talking, but I want you to just relax more, Lana. I'm earning enough to put food on the table for both of us. You don't have to kill yourself working, all right?
But I'm the type to keep busy. And I want to save as much money as possible for our future children. I don't want to just rely on you, Phil.
I am very blessed to have you. You're such a great partner, Lana.
Don't exaggerate.
Oh, yeah. On the topic of children, I was wondering if we could talk about kids soon. We've been married 3 years, right? What about you, Lana?
Well,
you still don't want kids yet?
It's not that I don't want a baby. But I love my life with just you, and I'm worried throwing a kid into the mix would ruin what we have. I'm sorry, but can we live without kids for now?
Wow, it makes me happy to hear that.
Wait a sec. Do you want kids or not?
Of course I do, but I'm so happy to hear you view our relationship that way. Honestly, I'll be happy either way if that's what your reasoning is. I'm just happy to have you by my side, Lana.
Got it. Shouldn't you be heading home soon? You might catch the storm tonight unless you come home soon.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'd better hurry home.
Don't rush too fast. Just get home safely. Sorry.
What's up?
I went to the gynecologist for a checkup. I've got some bad news.
Yes?
I'm so sorry. I had a miscarriage.
Huh?
I feel absolutely horrible right now. I finally got pregnant, like we wanted. I was so looking forward to having the baby.
Wait, what? You were pregnant? What are you talking about? I had no idea you were pregnant.
Oh,
I can't even process this at all. Sorry, I'm in shock. I don't get it at all.
Phil, let me explain.
Go ahead.
Actually, I was pregnant.
I kind of got that part. But why didn't you tell me? Sorry, it's still not registering. Were you hiding it from me?
I was planning to tell you a little later. I heard that it's really common to have a miscarriage in the first few weeks of getting pregnant.
I still wish you told me.
Sorry. I didn't want to let you down, Phil. I wanted to tell you after the baby grew a little more. But I couldn't bear it after what happened, so I told you anyway.
I see now. For me, it's worse if you hold it all and never let me know about it. I want you to tell me everything from now on.
Okay. I'll tell you next time.
How's your health, Lana? I can't even imagine how draining it is mentally and physically.
Yeah, I'm okay.
That's good. You should think about taking some time off work.
Thanks. I'll take it easy today.
I'll go buy something for dinner tonight.
Got it. I'll lie down and try to calm down.
That's for the best. You should focus on taking care of yourself for now. I'll come home as soon as I can tonight.
Thanks, Phil. Phil? Where did you go? I thought you came home, but you suddenly left, right? Did you go out to buy something?
Sorry. Can you leave me alone for a bit?
Huh? What's wrong? Did something happen? Is this about the baby?
Yes and no. Lana, honestly, you're scaring me.
What is this all of a sudden? You need to explain, because I don't get it.
Your medical records were poking out of your handbag. So I had a look. The father of the baby wasn't listed as me. The name that was there is the owner of the coffee shop you work at, isn't it? Randy Patterson?
No, you've got this wrong.
What's wrong about what I said, exactly?
I suddenly collapsed at work. So Randy took me to the hospital. But because he was with me, it seems like the hospital staff mistook him for the father. So it was just a misunderstanding. There's no deeper meaning behind that.
Look, Lana, I'm not stupid. I trusted you more than anyone. But even I know what you're telling me now is a lie. I'm misunderstanding my butt. You should have told a better lie.
Well, it's the truth.
Just drop it. Were you even intending to send that text to me the other day? It wasn't supposed to be for your lover? I knew it. It just didn't feel right. That's why I looked at your medical records.
Why did you do that? So, you didn't trust me from the beginning.
You were contradicting yourself. How could you tell me you still didn't want a baby, but try to surprise me with one? Something was off. Looks like you were having an affair with the owner of your coffee shop you work at. You might be a bad liar, but I'm the bigger idiot here for not noticing it. I bet you were laughing at me inside for being such an idiot.
I didn't.
I wish I was an even bigger idiot, so I'd just keep being fooled by you.
Then believe me, you can trust me again.
What? Of course I can't.
What now, then? You want to leave me?
I still haven't sorted through my thoughts yet. I feel sick. It's all too much for me.
Okay, whatever. I don't really care. There's no evidence that the child wasn't yours, Phil. And what you're saying about the affair is just you drawing your own conclusions, right? You don't have any evidence, do you?
Not necessarily, but it all adds up.
Right. So you've got nothing. I'd walk away with half your money, and I'd try to get alimony on top of that if you're gonna divorce me without a reason. So, go ahead and divorce me if you want.
What's wrong with you? Who am I even talking to right now? The Lana I know wouldn't say such things.
Then, you severely misjudged my character, Phil. This is how I've always been.
Sorry. Just let me think about this a bit longer. I can't think straight anymore.
Yeah, go ahead. There's no need for you to come home. Just don't cause any trouble out there. Hey, Phil. Did you do something to Randy?
What do you mean?
I'm asking you if you threatened him to make him break up with me. He suddenly said that he wants to end things with me, and that I don't need to go into work anymore. I bet you were behind this. What did you do?
I just asked him to admit to his affair with you. That's all. Oh, and he promised to settle out of court for compensation. That's all we spoke about.
Don't do that! I don't want him to think it's a bother to have me around. Since it's all out in the open already, I was going to divorce you without you finding out. Then marry Randy.
I don't think it's my fault that you got dumped. It seems like your guy had another main woman all along.
Huh?
I went to his coffee shop while it was open, because I wanted him to admit to the affair. Of course, it was on your day off. Maybe it was because there were customers there, but he offered to pay compensation so long as I wouldn't talk about his affair at the cafe.
So? Who is this main woman that Randy has?
I don't know her name, but some new recruit who works there part-time. When I called him earlier that I sent him a letter for a compensation contract, he said he was leaving you because you were his side piece. I told him I don't need you anymore. Then he said the same. He doesn't want anything to do with you now.
What kind of conversation was that? You guys are the worst.
I know, right? I wondered why you were seeing such a scummy guy. Then I remembered that you're scum too, so it made perfect sense.
Hang on a sec. You're telling me that Randy always saw me as just a diversion? He really said that he doesn't need me anymore.
Seems that way. He did have a main woman, after all. Looks like you're dumped.
No way. When I got pregnant, he said he was looking forward to starting a family with me. Are you sure you're not making this up?
Your guy said that you have a lot of money to spend for just a part-time cafe worker. That's probably all he was interested in. And you were using a lot of your own income, and even mine on him. Saving money for our future children, eh? You liar.
But...
What?
How can you say such horrible things to me? Don't you love me anymore?
You really have to ask? I loved you a lot, so that's why all this shocked me so much. It did take me a while to start taking action after I found out. You even told that owner I was your walking wallet, right?
I didn't say those words exactly.
But you said words to that effect, right?
Oh no. Phil, my life is over. What am I gonna do?
Why are you acting like the victim here? I'm still really struggling, and I just want to run away from society. I want to forget all this ever happened.
Then please, forgive me. Let's forget it all and start over.
Are you for real? Of course I can't just forgive you. Just how much are you going to keep degrading me? You treated me like a wallet, had an affair, got pregnant with another man. You're asking me to give another chance to the woman who stabbed me in the back, then played the victim after her secret lover dumped her?
I'm sorry. I was cruel to you, Phil. I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
That's not very convincing coming from someone who was sad about being abandoned by their affair partner a few minutes ago. There's something seriously wrong with your con.
But I can't make it alone.
Your guy admitted to the affair and said he'd be willing to testify. Well, it's only on the condition that I keep the affair quiet. He doesn't want it to affect his business. And you just admitted to the affair too with these texts. So, now I have both parties admitting to it. That's all I need.
So, what?
I'm going to divorce you and hit you with every lawsuit I possibly can. I'll take care of telling my parents and yours about it. I'm afraid if you do it, you won't tell them the full story.
What? Wait. Don't tell my parents.
Why wouldn't I tell them? It's your infidelity that's causing the divorce. Plus, would you even be able to pay for all the legal fees on your own? You'll definitely end up needing their help. You've been blowing your money on your boy toy without saving it.
But let's not get divorced so suddenly. I need time to process this emotionally.
You said the other day that it's fine for us to divorce. Is it all different now that you've been dumped by your other guy? Or are you trying to delay having to pay me? You're just delaying the inevitable. The divorce is gonna be a slam dunk, and I bet I'll be getting money from you for emotional distress.
Don't say that! If my parents think it's my fault that we're getting a divorce, they're definitely going to disown me. They'll be livid, and I don't want to think about how others will see me after this.
Like I care. Serves you right for cheating on me. Not my problem.
But I had a stillbirth just a while ago. Can't you show me a little more compassion?
Yeah, if it was my kid.
But it could have been yours, so you don't know that.
Regardless, I wasn't the father on your medical records. That says it all. I really did love you, Lana. But behind my back, you were laughing at me, cheating on me, getting pregnant with another man. Why don't you show me compassion, huh?
Look, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I really regret what I did.
Of course you won't do it again. That's why I'm divorcing you, to make sure you'll never do it to me again.
Phil, please calm down.
What? How can I be calm in this situation? I married you because I thought you felt the same way about me, Lana. You meant the world to me because I thought you were my partner that I could trust with my life. But you betrayed me. I can't trust anyone or anything anymore.
Phil, I'm begging you. Forgive me. The Phil that I know is much gentler than this. He wouldn't be this cold to me.
Make no mistake. You've pushed me to this point and forced me to behave this way. This isn't an issue of my character. If you think anyone would take you back after what you did, you're crazy. Did you want a husband who would forgive you for cheating on him? Then yeah, you're right. You severely misjudged my character. After that, Lana dug her heels in and delayed the divorce, but her parents helped me speed things up. I was eventually able to get a divorce in compensation for the emotional stress she put me through. Of course, her affair partner, the coffee shop owner, is paying me too. But it looks like the reality of being dumped by two men at once hit Lana hard. I heard she went and caused a scene at the coffee shop, her now former workplace, when it was packed full of customers. Videos of her meltdown trended on local social media, so the place became infamous for having an owner who got involved with a married woman. Lana was arrested on vandalism charges, while Randy watched his business's reputation go down in flames. Apparently, they're both living miserable lives now, far different from what they expected or wanted. The other day, when I passed the coffee shop, I saw that there was a big "For Rent" sign on it. I did have an agreement with Randy not to spread word about his affair, so long as he paid me compensation. But it didn't matter in the end, because Lana made it so well known. For a few years after that, I just focused on my career and didn't date any women. But about 1 year ago, I met a woman who I started dating recently. She's divorced as well. She was betrayed by her ex-husband too. So, we were both hesitant to get too close to each other. But fate works in really mysterious ways. We understand each other with our similar past experiences, so we now feel really comfortable with one another. I thought I'd never get involved in another relationship again, but you never know what'll happen in life. I'm really grateful that I met such a great girlfriend. I look forward to enjoying our lives together.